All right, we're going to do seated. So you can go ahead and sit down because we're going to do seated. That's why. So there's your chair, right? You got one right underneath your butt there so you don't fall on the floor. Roll the shoulder blades back. Welcome, Ageless Balance. I'm Ron. You can tell it's Ageless Balance because I have the shirt on. Ageless Balance. Shoulders back. Ears over shoulders, over hips, getting into the neutral position. Knees, toes, forward with the alignment. Every time you sit down, look at your feet. Look at the knees. Make sure they're pointing in the same direction. Every time when you're walking, if one foot is off to the side, bring it in, at least a little bit. Just, you want to make sure you don't put a lot of pressure on the joints by not being in alignment. So now that you're there, roll the shoulders around just a little bit. Just a tad, not a lot. And go forward with it. Small movements, small shoulder movements. Just warming it up a little bit. Let's take the neck, hold the shoulders right there for a second. Shoulder blades back. Bring the chin around. Slow, small movements. So don't go too far with it. The minute you feel the stretch happening on the other side, that's it. You're done. And we're just going to take it a little bit at a time. We'll do this a couple times so you can get a little more stretch as we warm up those muscles. Get a little fluid in the joints. Maybe this time you can get a little more around, but take your time. Don't go fast. Don't whip it. Don't whip it good. Don't whip it back and forth. Other side, bring it around. Just do what's comfortable. You feel the stretch happening. You're there. And up to the ceiling. Shoulder blades are back, chest out. Really exaggerate this movement. And then jut the chin up toward the ceiling. And down. Nice and slow. Take your time. You may want to shake it out a little bit before you do too much more with it. So when you go side to side, you should always stop in the middle just for a second. Make sure it's all loosened up yet, and then you can move on. Okay, shoulders are back. You should feel this stretch going through the back of the neck, going up into the top of the back. And release, ear to shoulder. You will be lined up ear to shoulder. Remember, you want to bring that head right straight down on the side. Not letting it go forward and coming down, trying to get the chin down and get the head deeper. All you want is a stretch on the other side. So as you're coming down on the one side, you're going to feel these muscles stretching out from the back of the neck all the way to the front. Take that opposite arm and just stretch it out a little bit. Drop that shoulder down as much as you can. Pull the shoulder blade toward the hips, keeping the chin up. Should stretching be this complicated? And back up on top, other side. It is if you don't want to get hurt. Wait, other way. Other way. What am I doing? I'm trying to talk and think at the same time. Nothing I've ever been good at. Roll. And back up again. Arms up, elbows out. We're going to come in that elbow fly, bring it in as close as you can get the elbows. Hold there. Slowly bring it back out. Keep the upper arm parallel with the floor if you can get there. Into that goal post. Roll the shoulder blades back as tight as you can get them. You should feel this in the, I pointed from the back. You should feel this around the top of the shoulder specifically because you've got your arms up, even with the shoulder. So that's where the muscles are pulling to bring those shoulder blades together. Again, bring it forward. Maybe get a little more stretch through the back. Get the elbows closer together. Although most people can get them to come together, I can't. In that back position, just hold it there. Feel this chest open up, stretching all the way across the shoulders, all the way across the chest. And back in, stretch across the back. Out and down. We're going to go up over the top. Ear on the inside of the upper arm. Start here. Even if you can't get your hand up all the way up on top, you're forward a little bit. Perfect. That's fine, but make sure the ear and the shoulder stay in alignment. Don't let the head go forward and then lean off to the side. It's reach. Neck stays in a diagonal as well as the head, so don't let it drop down to the shoulder. We've already done that. This is stretching the shoulder, reaching the shoulder up toward the ceiling, and bring it down. Okay, so here's what I did. I leaned off to the side. Sits bone came off the chair. The stretch here, doing this doesn't do anything for the shoulder. I gain nothing. I just put my body out of alignment. which is hard on the joints. So what we want to do is just roll that shoulder up at a diagonal, making sure the sits bones stay on the chair, knees, toes still pointing forward. All the movement happens through the shoulder girdle. Other side, back up and over. Feel it stretch all the way through the rib cage. Lift that whole side of your body up as you reach out. And one more time on the other side, same thing. Reach up and back down. Again, let's do a rotation, starting out with, I'm going to put hands on my chest, right here. You can do out like this. What we're trying to do, whatever you do, elbows out, is to keep the shoulder girdle in a straight line, because as you turn, this is what has to turn straight, not one arm coming across. So you get the shoulder blades back, chest is out, rotating, chin over chest, and bring it around, and bring it back again. Stop in the middle, roll the shoulder blades back. Spine has to be in neutral on this one. Spine does one thing right now. We're twisting it, so you don't want to bend and twist at the same time. Puts lots of stress on the vertebrae. So let's bring it around the other way. Not too far. Feel like you're pulling with these muscles through the chest, rolling that chest cavity around to the side. And back to the middle. Let's do it one more time each side. Again, you're taking your time. This isn't a huge stretch to begin with. We need the spine to get a little mobile, a little flexible, so we can get that rotation in there. And before you go too far with it, so you don't hurt the back, you just go a little bit at a time, warming everything up back there and down. Now, hand on the outside of the opposite leg. Back hand is bracing against the back of the chair, not pushing. You're not using it to pull that arm back. You just roll that shoulder back. Hand in the front stays on the outside of the leg to keep the front shoulder in place, and then rotate the chest around. Deep breath in. Make sure you've got the shoulder blades back. You want to be looking up as you do this, not up, on the horizon. You're not up here. You're right here. That thing. Shoulder blades back, chest out. And turn it. Don't let the knees, toes, hips, nothing turns except the shoulder girdle. Only go as far as you are able to do it comfortably. If you feel anything in the lower back, right at the base of the spine, stop. This will go down to middle of the back, maybe just a little bit lower, but that's it. Anything beyond that, down is too much. You're starting to put a strain on the back, and you don't want to do that. You don't. All right, this time we're going to take a cross body. So roll the shoulder girdle across. Think of the shoulder that goes back as the leading shoulder. Roll it back as far as you can get it. So you're taking it around as you bring the other arm forward. So the shoulder girdle is staying in a straight line. All of this helps us stretch the upper back specifically. The thoracic spine, which is the middle where most of 90% of the rotation happens. And we're not getting that lower back involved in this rotation. We're not turning. One, it doesn't help the stretch at all. Secondly, it puts the muscles in the back in a bad spot because you're starting to get a little extra strain with that turn. You bring the hips in and you're put a lot of pressure on the muscles. And one more time each side, across, shoulder girdle in a straight line. Reach as far as you can without rolling off to the side. You only do what you can do. That's it. That's all you can do. I can only do what I can do. And around, and bring it back. Arm circles. Like this will go. Palms up on the way up. Roll them up. If you need to, bend the elbows to make this happen, but make sure that you're rolling the shoulder girdle because it's really easy to just do everything through the elbows. You want shoulders back, down, forward, and up. You want to feel that movement all the way through that joint. It's a universal joint, so we want it going all the directions. So as you come up, palms up. As you bring the shoulders forward and down, hands come down at the same time. Roll over on the back, squeeze the shoulder blades together, bring it up. Shoulders under the ears. Let's go the opposite direction. Up, roll over, roll over, roll over. So they all rolled over and one fell out. Up, over, and one more time. Oh, good. Good, good, good. Hands forward. Elbows right next to the torso. Next to the torso, not on it. Bring the palms up. Nice and slow. Elbows, the only thing that is moving. They're right pointed toward the ground. And down. Clench the fists. Bring the hands together. And now, squeeze. This is an isometric. We're going to be doing isometrics today, which is taking the muscles, contracting them without using weights, as if we did have weights in our hands. Fight yourself on that pull up. Then roll it over, palm down, hands out, fingers out, splayed, push. Again, tighten up the muscles. You'll feel them working all the way up, probably more muscle than you would feel if you were using weights. Shoulder blades are back, chest is out, keeping that neutral position because it's important. Bring it up. Nice and tight. Roll the hands over, keep the muscles tight. All the way up the arms, you'll feel it through the chest. And push down. Again. Good job. Next. Up overhead. Elbows out to the side. If this works for you, for your shoulders. If not, find someplace that's comfortable. Maybe in the middle is right for you, wherever you can get to. You're going to try to get out to the side, but a lot of shoulders won't do that. And that's okay. What I'm going to do is first just reach up overhead. Practice this without leaning over to the side, trying to reach up higher. All that does is, I felt it in my back. All you want to do is reach that shoulder right straight up and back down again. Hold the arms there. Other side up. And back. We're going to go up. This time, push. Palm up, driving up through the hand, rotating at the same time. Heel of the palm is where you've got all the weight. Like you got a bowling ball in there and you're trying to lift it up over your head. Do not drop it if you actually do use a bowling ball. That's a disclaimer I have to do. Up. Liability insurance. You know how it goes. Down. Up. One more time each side. Push. And down. Other side. Rotate the hand. Drive through the heel. Up. And keeping the muscles tight as you come back down again. And drop down. Hand up, or hand up. This right here, not hand, leg, up. I could just point, you'd know. Start out with just the heels. Shoulder blades are back. Reevaluate your neutral posture. Recommit to it. Make sure you've got the ears under the shoulders, bringing the heels up, warming up the muscles in the legs. If you do this and try to pick the leg up right away from the first, as soon as you turn around and pick it up, you're going to bring the body down with it, which is going to put all that stress on the lower back. What you want to do is just start bringing it up a little bit at a time. As these muscles warm up in the top of the hips, front of the hips, top of the thighs, then you start coming up a little higher as you get warmed up, but make sure the shoulder blades stay back and you stay in neutral. If you can't, still be at the edge of the chair. Just kind of put your fingertips on the bottom of the chair as you lift, just as a reminder to be able to keep the shoulders back. So the leg is not going to come up as high as if you were way down here, but that's a lot of pain on the back, so you want to stay in neutral, because when you walk, this is where you want to be, over your hips, which is your base of support when you're upright, when you're walking. Remember, you're bringing the knee up first, then the ball of the foot, and going back down that way. Knees, toes, shoulders, all in alignment every step you take. Every move you make, every step you take. The police. Up. And up. Just warming those muscles up right now. Bring them up and back down. You're going to feel this in the front of the hips. Shoulders are back. So little by little, I was starting to get this hunch. I had a hunch that was going to happen. Good on me. I did it again. Leg up and out. So I'm going to take it out to the side. Rotate. External. Feel the stretch in there. Stop. Set the foot down. Relax right there. Front leg still has to be right here. Knee over toe. Pick up that outer leg, or that other leg, and bring it back. Knee, toe always stay in alignment. So as you're bringing that foot around, knee and foot are coming together. Sits bones aren't moving, so you're not rolling the torso around. All you're doing is moving that bone within the socket, out and down. Keep the alignment, up and back in. The more you can practice alignment with every exercise you do, more you can practice it just all the time, the stronger those muscles are going to get in that alignment. Let's go to the other side. Which means the stronger muscles always do the work. If you've got the stronger muscles doing the right work, they'll go into it automatically. Out, in, take your time, tap, up, out, tap, and back one more time. In and down. These right here, elbows out, arms up. We're going to bring the knee up, hold it right there, and then rotate the shoulders without anything moving in the lower half of the body. Or anywhere below the shoulder girdle, actually. You're coming around to the side and back and down. You are not trying to touch the knee to the elbow. This is just working two muscle groups at the same time. Knee comes up, holding right there as you rotate the torso. To hold that leg in place while you rotate is making all those muscles contract to hold it there. So in not moving, you're getting all the work done that you need to. Up. Chin stays up, chest stays out, arms are out, elbows out to keep the spine or the shoulder girdle in neutral. You want a straight line all the way across. And last one. And back. Foot out there. Just not very far. I went too far with it because we're going to have to bring it in. If you go too far with it, it puts a lot of stress on your body. All the muscles are working. You can't get it, so you start turning to pull it in. So start out easy. Just find what's right for you. This leg stays right where it is. All we're going to do is bring that knee in and back out again without moving this leg. Nothing moves but this leg. Again, hip socket, universal joint. We're getting it working in all directions. Across and out. Feel the muscles working on the outside of the hip to keep that leg out. The lower leg is turned out. These muscles are doing the job right through here. Don't let yourself go down to one side to try to pull that up a little more. Keep yourself right where you are. Torso's right straight up. Up and out. Up and out. Arm out. Shoulder blades back. I was starting to lean forward just a little bit. Always good to reset every time you can think of it. Just when you make a change in your movement, even between, when you get back to neutral. What you can do is bring the elbow down, knee up, and then back out again. But only the hip and the shoulder are rotating, nothing else. That other foot's flat on the ground. You feel no movement through the sits bones. Out. You don't need weights to do strength exercises. Just feel all the muscles that are working right here without having to use weights. And you may have modification for this is bring the foot in. Get it in as close as you need to be able to do this. You're only working with yourself. What your body can do. Listen to it. Listen to your body. It wants you to be well because it wants to be well. In and out. Other side. So you stay within its capabilities. And even just doing the movements, you're going to get stronger. You can't move and not get stronger. You can't. It's not possible. Up and back out. Every time you work out, something's getting hit. Something's getting worked. And you also, as you go after a while, you can start getting that leg out farther and pull it in. You'll have that strength. Working that inner thigh at the same time, pulling that leg in. Arm out. And you don't have to touch. So don't let yourself get into this where you have to lean forward as you rotate, because now you're bending the back and twisting it at the same time, putting those vertebrae really tight on each other. So you want to be careful with that. Keep the shoulder blades back, spine in neutral, across and out. What? And we do this with time, so you go at your pace. That's the other thing with this. We don't do 10, 12. Oh, you got to do 12. And you got to do it as fast as I do. That's not what we're looking for. Don't forget that other leg. Mine's starting to roll out. You do the pace that's right for you. If you want to go slower, you go slower. You got 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Ooh. Hamstring curl. Get your butt out to the edge of the chair. Feet right there on the floor. Let them out just a little bit. Heel back, out, back, and in. Using the muscles in the back of the leg, those hamstring muscles, to pull that lower leg in. Get the heel back as far as you can. Squeeze it. Feel those muscles working. You feel the calf muscles. And out. Get the toe up. You don't want to drag the toe back in. Again, you do what you can. You may have to do a heel glide. That's fine. Bring the heel in and then see if you can get it off the floor once you get it back there. But don't drag the foot. Don't drag the toe. Make these muscles work in the front of the leg to hold that toe up so that when you walk, you can lift the toe up so you're not dragging your feet or you don't stub, trip on the toes. Out. And back. Out. And back. Arms up. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Go forward with the arm, back with the heel, and out. Leg stays right here. Only thing moving is the knee and the shoulder. Out. And in as you push that arm out. Make sure the other shoulder is going back, keeping the shoulder girdle in a straight line. Other side. Other side. Take a break. Shake it out. We'll get a drink right after this one. So first out, start heel back and out, back and out. Now you can touch the toe when you get all the way back, however far that is for you. You may not get all the way back behind the chair. Whatever you can bring it in and still stay upright and not start rolling the shoulders down. Tap the toe there and just the toe. Don't put the foot down. Control the movements all the time. You are in control. This is not the Twilight Zone. They do not have control of you or your television. Out. In, back as hard as you can get. Bring the arms up. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Both go out. Both come in. Do it that way. Out. Rotate the hand as you do that. Stretch and bring it in. Don't let the torso twist as you're doing this. Shoulder girdle can roll. That's fine, but that's it. One more time. Out and back in. You should get yourself a drink of water right now. Mine's over there. I'm going to go get it. If at any point in time as we're doing these you need a break, take it. Take it. Listen to your body. I can't stress that enough. This isn't about you being able to do something as hard as you can. It's about you just getting stronger all the time. Being able to stay moving, just being active. Just that itself is going to go just so far. Helping you to stay well. Okay, you ready? Out to the side and in. Step out. Step in. Watch this other leg. Make sure it doesn't move. Control this leg that's going out to the side. So what you want to do is you pick the heel up. You're on the toe, ball of the foot. You lift. You step directly out to the side, not around. We already did that one. This one you want to just step out to the side. Feel the stretch on the inner thigh. And right here we're going to work the inner thigh to bring that leg back in again. And that's where you're going to feel the work happening. So outside of the leg is pulling out. Inside is pulling in. Everything else is stationary. Remember, every muscle in your body is working right now, not just that moving leg, everything to keep you in a stable position. And in, out, and in. Same on the other side. I have to do these back-to-back left-right. If I do like 3 exercises on the left, I kind of forget where I was. So we're going to go back and forth. Shoulder blades back, chest out. Step. It's so confusing. Out and back. Concentrate if you need to. If you can't stop your body from turning, grab onto the chair, the back of the chair, the seat, whatever you need. But not using all your force to hold you in place. If that's happening, just don't go so far out with the leg. You can just tap a little bit. You want this leg to not move. It really depends on the stretch you've got now in your inner thigh. If those groin muscles are really tight, you can't get that foot out there. If you want to make it a little more challenging, keep the toe pointed forward as you step out and bring it back in. You'll feel a whole nother set of muscles working. Or if you just let the foot go out to the side and tap at a diagonal, you're not going to feel anywhere near the work happening in the top half of the thigh. So it's out and in if you can do it. I'd rather have you do it this way that uses the muscles more and go smaller movements than trying to get out as far as you can. You want to do it effectively and efficiently. As small a move as possible. Less movement, less chance of getting hurt. Margin of error drops when we get older, they say. In, out, in. All right. Foot out, shoulder blades back, in neutral. Here we go. Step jack. Out, arm up. Leg comes in, arm comes in. Other side. Really concentrate on the sits bones. So you got that foot up. Heel comes up first. Ball of the foot. Toe points forward. Tap the toe. Pick it up. Bring it in. Upper and lower body working together. Working the brain at the same time. Because our brain needs exercise too. Mine needs a lot. Mine needs a whole lot. Out. And in. Out. And in. Both arms if you want. And back. Up or same arm, same leg, or you can do opposite arm, opposite leg, whatever you feel is challenging. That's what you do. Whichever one you feel is like, ooh, that's a little hard. That's where you want to be. Ooh, that's super hard. That's not where you want to be. All right, bring it back down. I'm going to go into strength, body weight strength. Don't need weights. Trying to show that there's absolutely no reason we have to have weights. First thing I'm going to do is sit to stand to work the quadriceps. Shoulder blades are back, chest is out. To start out, hands on the thighs. Keep those shoulder blades back by pushing the palms of the heels of the palm into the thighs. And first thing we're going to do is just hip hinge forward. Use the hands. Let them slide. Stop there and then push yourself back up again. That's it. Just the hip hinge. Ankles behind the knees, hands on the thighs. Coming forward. So as you're doing this, what you're concentrating on is not letting the weight go into the toes. It's staying in the back half of the feet. Because what you're going to do is when you get to a certain point, you're coming into that hip hinge, you're going to push up through the heel to bring you right straight up. If you push through the toes, you're going to roll up. Remember, toes are not made for strength. They are made for balance only. And toe rings. Back. Back out. Come down nice and slow. Again, hands on the thighs is a great way to do it. If you don't have arms on the chair, where you want to get to is so like if you're in a couch or something like that where it's really hard to get out of, is that you have that ability. You don't have to roll all over and try to get up and twist your way up, which is really hard on the spine. So again, out. You can stop and hover right here. This is really hard. Knees are out over the feet, but not past the toes. Just holding in there, and then you can come up nice and slow. What you're concentrating on is butt in as the knees extend. Don't lock the knees at the top. Always stop at the top. What you don't want to do is get right to the top and start walking right away. Because if you're a little dizzy from the getting up part, that's not going to be a good first step. All right, back down. Nice and slow. Hands on the thighs, shoulder blades back. Spines in neutral. Weights in the heels. And down you go. One more time. Hands on the chest if you can. Let's take this to that next level. So you're not going to use the hands on the thighs unless you need it, or the arms of the chairs if you have them. Do what you need to do to get up, but just be able to get up straight so you're not leaning forward, not pushing off a table in front of you. So hip hinge, stop. Come up, pushing through the back half, or the back half of the foot, bringing the hip in and the knees extending at the same time. To full standing, full stop, back down. Take your time going down. Again, that hard, when you come down, you plop the butt on the chair or the seat, and it's so hard on the body. It's so hard on the joints when you do that. The other thing is we have this tendency to twist. When we start to get weaker, we like that. And we make that noise too. Okay, I do. Next one. Bring the leg up. Shoulder blades are back. Let's get that first. Make sure you're neutral. So you got ears over shoulder blades over hips. So remember, shoulder blades back, when they say, roll your shoulder blades back, this is not a neutral position when you get back here. Under the ears is where it's supposed to be. Your body should stack so that all the joints are sharing the load. All right, so we're just going to pick that leg up, hold it up there, extend at the knee a little bit, bring it in and down. Only go as far, alternating legs, only go as far as you can get that leg out without starting to pull you forward as you go. So it's up, out, in, and down. If you need to, come up on the ball of the foot. Put the hand behind the thigh and extend from there. And use that just to help you a little bit if you're having problems keeping that leg up without rolling forward. I want you to be on the edge of the chair. If there's any way you can do these exercises out here, we want to try to find a way to modify so you can stay here where the core is really working. Exercises from back against the chair just don't have the same impact. They're good. They're very good, but they don't bring the core into it as much. In and down. So you're not looking for way up high, way out far. You just do what you can do, nice and slow, controlled. Heel, ball. This is walking. This is your step. You pick the heel up, you pick the foot up, and then you step forward, and the foot comes down. So that's all this is. It's part of your gait pattern. In, up, out, in, taking your time. Always stop at the end of a range of motion. When you get to that point at the very end, take at least one count. You want to feel all those muscles tighten up, everything's there, and then you can bring it back. If you just go like this, you never feel the muscles tighten up. That stop goes so far to create extra work for those muscles. And that's what you're looking for with each one of these. As much as you can get out of it with the least movement. And stopping is least movement. But man, it does the effort. It does the work. Out, in. One more time. Take it out. One leg at a time. Foot extended. Heel up. Roll the shoulder blades back. For this one, for the first couple, grab the bottom of the chair or grab the back of the chair. You're right out on the edge. When I say grab, just cup the hand and lightly as you can, and still do the exercise. So we're going to lift that leg in front. Modification, let's start here. Bend the knee, bring the leg up, and back down. See if you can let go of the chair with the leg there and still be able to pull it up. It's not very high. All you've got to do is get it off the floor. Gravity's pulling right here. You need to work. It doesn't have to be way up here to make it an effective exercise. Small exercises, small moves, big benefit, big payoff. And then if that works, you got no hands, shoulder blades are back, you're on good neutral stance, you can walk that heel out just a little bit more each time. Longer you hold it up, the more you're working it. Ways you can make it a little more challenging. Again, not a fan of ankle weights by any means. I think that ankle weights put too much stress on the joints. You can do the same thing with this isometric of just holding in place. Remember, squeeze the glutes as you do that. Get that pelvic tilt in there. Exhale, tighten up the ab muscles. Bring the core into this. Back, other side. If you've done a few of these, check posture, because it's really easy to start coming forward without even recognizing it. But if you start to get really fatigued and all of a sudden can't get the leg up anymore, those muscles, you've used them up. Bend the knee, get the knee in as close as you can. So just modify. You can make it more intense, but you can also bring it back, because as those muscles fatigue, leg up, leg down, they'll start to lose their strength. They can't do as much as they could initially. You don't have the control, you don't have the power. So you modify so that you can do it. You're still working the core here. Wherever that knee is, as long as your shoulder blades are back and you're pointed straight up, you're working the core. Legs still getting picked up, so all those muscles in the front of the hip are working. A couple more. Up. And back down. Last one. Down. And in. This one. Start out, hands, palm of the hands, on the chair, shoulder blades are back, feet out. For right now, nothing else. Elbows right straight back and push. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Feel the muscles working in the back of the upper arms, and then release. What you're looking for is that spot, I've got to bring it in a little bit, where I can start to feel as I push down on the hands, I'm starting to feel that butt come off the chair. It's not off the chair, it's just not touching it as heavily. And back down. If this doesn't work for you, you can go right straight down here. And if none of those work for you, just hang on to the next one. This is a little harder on the shoulder. But you're just starting out right here. Squeezing the glutes as you're coming up. Elbows are back. See if you can start getting the butt off the chair just a little bit. Here's what we're going to add to it. As you push through with the hands, see if you can raise the hips up just a little bit. Exhale, squeeze the glutes. And then back down again. That's a hip thrust. May not be where you're at. That's a lot of stress. And if that's too much for you, don't do it. Just don't do it. Just this right here. Roll the shoulder blades back. Tighten up the muscles in the back of the arms. And back down. So again, this is a little more complicated of an exercise. This may not be right for you right now. That's fine. At least you know that. You know that this is not where you're at right now. And down. Remember, squeezing the glutes. Feel the pelvis roll up. One more time. And down. Almost done here. Hands on the thighs. We're going to start out doing heel raises. Just alternating legs. Heel up. Again, it's that very first thing you do when you walk. You pick that heel up first. You come off the ball of the foot. So for right now, just a heel raise. And see if you can get both of them to come up at the same time. Up. Hold them. Feel the muscles working in the back of the lower leg. Legs, both of them, up, shoulders back, chest out, chin doesn't come down to the chest. That should never happen. Up, feel the ball of the foot on the floor, all the way across, inside to outside. You can feel it. You want to try to keep those feet flat. Make the ankles strong with keeping the feet flat. So you're not walking with an inversion or an eversion. With the feet, where you're walking on one half of it, if you look at the bottom of your shoes, a lot of times you'll see one side is more worn than the other. You'll see the wear pattern there. That's the way you're walking. Up and back down. Now, press down on the thighs with the palm of the hands so you're working the upper body, and then try to lift the heels at the same time. Find that spot where you can feel it in the hip flexors, quadriceps, back of the lower legs, at the same time through the shoulders, chest, and hold. That contraction, this is the isometric. This is where you keep the muscles contracted, maximum contraction, and hold it, and back down. Because the longer the muscles are under tension, the more they're going to break down, the stronger you're going to get from it. Fast movements are completely different than what we're doing here. We're trying to get that muscle density, that strength. Build the muscles back up again. So push down, not on the knees, on the thighs, up toward the ends. Roll the shoulder blades back, pull them down, drive through the hands. You'll feel the core tighten up at the same time when you're doing this. You get the entire body on this. And one more. and down. Leg out again. You're going to do the same thing. So you're going to lift that leg this time. See if you can push down just a little bit on that thigh. Other foot, you brace leg. Make sure the knee and toe are forward. Hand and lifting up with the leg. As you push down, don't let yourself come forward to push down. It's bringing that shoulder blade down, bringing that shoulder down, that you're driving the palm into the thigh and holding. You may not need to push down. Just being out on the edge of the chair and picking the leg up may be enough for you. Perfect. Again, you're finding what's right for you as you do this. And that's why I show all these adjustments. And I adjust day to day. I do different exercises or do the exercises different ways on different days. I've got more extension on some, less, depending on what I did the day before, what injury I'm nursing at the current time. It's usually something. Switch sides. Tight. Feel the arm working. And down, up, and back down. We should probably cool down. One thing I will never have you do is pick both legs up off the floor at the same time. That is just, you lose all your structure at that. Pull them up, chin comes to chest automatically. It's really hard on the back. I'll never have you do that. All right, shoulders back, chest out. Just take a leg out to the side. Just roll it around on the ball of the foot. Get some movement through that hip joint. Use the hand if you want to roll it around. Whatever works for you. Make sure you go both directions with it. That other leg is staying stiff in place. Everything you do is making those other muscles work to contract to hold you in place. And we want that. If this other leg's just going side to side with the foot and you're letting the torso twist, you're not working the core, you're not working the hips, the inner and outer thighs, the knees. And around the other way, around, and bring it back in again. Butt on the edge of the chair. Hold on to the chair. And then just let the knee drop. Right straight down. Roll the shoulder blades back as you do that. If you want to go into a warrior here, you can. Seated warrior. I don't do those. I know people do. I'm not the yoga person. And back in. That was to stretch out the quadriceps. Other side. Every time we lifted the legs up, we were using these muscles right here. That means we contracted them. We kept them contracted, especially with isometrics where you're really tightening them up and keeping them there. Stretching is just so important when you're done to make sure that you just give those muscles a chance to stretch out a little bit. You won't be tight then afterwards. You won't have as much of that delayed muscle soreness tomorrow, that kind of thing. Bring it back in. Turn forward. Feet apart. Knees and toes pointed in the same direction. Hands on the thighs. Heel of the palm keeps the shoulder blades back. And lean into it. Don't let the knees come in. Make the muscles work on the outside of the hips. You can use the hands too to hold them out right here. This is just a stretch for the back, for the lower back. You also feel it on the inner thighs, down in the glutes and hamstrings a little bit. Push through the palm of the hands to come back up. Start with the chest out, shoulder blades together, and then push through the hands. Don't use the lower back. We're going to do that one more time, but this time hands forward. And you're going to roll the shoulders down. Don't let the chin come to the chest. What is really hard is if you let chin come to the chest, the head's now below the heart. So you've got that blood that just doesn't flow there anymore because you've got it all blocked off. So you want to make sure the head is up above the heart. You don't get that pooling. Roll the shoulders down, not the chin. To get back up, bring your hands up on the sides, on the thighs. Roll the shoulder blades back. Chest is out now. Come up, squeeze the glutes to help bring you up. To the top. Arms down, around, If you can get around the thighs or to the side, whatever, you're just doing that bear hug thing. And bring the arms up, roll the chest out, and then start coming up. Upright position, shoulder blades are back. Deep breath in right here. Stomach out, and then squeeze. Tighten up the muscles in the core as you come down. Roll the shoulders down. Don't let the chin come down to the chest. And then right here, squeeze. Get those muscles in the core as tight as you can get them. And then deep breath in. Exhale, bringing the shoulder blades back, chest out, and now you come up over the top. So don't just come all the way up from being down with the head down. Deep breath in, stomach out, tighten, tighten, tighten those ab muscles. Exhale. And bring the arms down. That was it. No weights, and you still got strength exercise. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. Have a great, great weekend, and I will see you next week.